the reason I know the peace maker. I know him by name. I know the peace maker. He controls the winds and waves. When he says, peace be still, they have to obey. I'm glad I know the peace maker. Yes, I know him by name.
There's never been another man with the power of this friend. By simply saying, peace be still, he can calm the strongest wind.
So now I'll never worry when storm clouds come my way.
I know that he is near to drive away my fear, and I can smile and say, I know the peace maker. I know him by name. I know the peace maker. He controls the winds and waves. When he says, peace be still, they have to obey. I'm glad I know the peace maker. Yes, I know him by name. Peace, peace, wonderful peace, coming down from the Father above. When he says, peace be still, they have to obey. I'm glad I know the peace maker. Yes, I know him by name. I'm glad I know the peace maker. Yes, I know him by
Hello, hello, my dear fellows. Thank you for being connected with us today. Today is the Friday, the last day of the week, of the working week, I should say, for most of us. And we are very thankful for your loyalty uh, to be connected with us every day of the week during this time. I would like to let you know something about the most recent situation that we are facing right now, we was basically forced to implement the emergency measurements that we will do in special cases. This past month, well, this month actually, we have over 15 members that deceased, uh, and definitely the ministry has some measurements, some activities to perform during those times, and one of those activities is to activate the measurements, the emergency measurements. Let me share some graphic with you for that. Let me see if we have it here. Uh, right here, you see those are the areas emergency measures are activated. That's the announcement. And here are some more information regarding to that. Let me read that to you real briefly. Greetings, my beloved members of the ministry. During the past 2 months, we have announced the possibility of activating the emergency measures established by the board of directors. This is due to the market's increase in the number of people who are dying each month. The measures established that during this period, the Mutual Aid for Burial Ministry will only help with expenses of the funeral home, and if family wishes, we will be able to cover the cost of carrying out a cremation. We will not be offering help for cemetery expenses. Thank you for your cooperation. God bless you. Well, I think that is very self-explanatory because the situation that we are facing right now of so many people dying, non people, members of the ministry dying. So we are activating these emergency measures. If by any chance you have any question regarding to these measures, or if you are interested to get some more information about it, you can call us at 407 673 7263. Let me see if I can put that information on the screen. But the phone number again is 407 673, right here. For it's Mutual Aid for Burial Ministry. You can write down the information that you want on the web page, or you can go to the phone number, which is the 407 673 7263. You can ask for extension 209, or you can receive the information from our front desk personnel. So basically, that is what we are facing right now. So I hope that this measurement can be taken of the way as soon as possible, because as you can see, that is something that we are not too happy that happens, but the reality is that those are things that happens. Today we are going to discuss more, not to discuss actually, it's just to see how we do uh, these kind of services that we provide, the funeral during the coronavirus or pandemia situation. So let's go straight to the video, and we will discuss a little bit more in a few minutes.
Hi, everybody. I'm Steven Siegel, the senior editor at Legacy.com. and I'm here today to talk about one piece of the coronavirus epidemic. How do we handle funerals during the coronavirus epidemic if we're not supposed to gather in groups? Here are 5 suggestions from funeral professionals right now for having meaningful funerals, at a time when it's really important for families and communities to support each other without transmitting COVID-19. The big shift we're seeing now is that lots of funeral homes are helping families share the funeral services online, either live or immediately afterwards. That way, only the very closest immediate family members have to attend in person. Extended family and friends can watch, listen, and even participate from their own homes, using their phone or their computer. Lots of funeral homes are already set up to do funeral live streaming in real time. But if your funeral director is not yet providing that service, you can take the do-it-yourself approach. You can use a laptop or even clip your phone to a tripod and broadcast the funeral through a video conference app, like Zoom or even Facebook Live. Or, if live streaming is too much pressure, it's not the only way to share a funeral with everyone online. You can record the funeral, and then right afterwards, your funeral director can upload that video recording. Once the funeral video is uploaded, your funeral director can add it to the online obituary page on legacy.com. That way, anyone who couldn't be there in person can watch it, share it, and send their sympathies. Or, in a pinch, you could upload it yourself to YouTube. Just make sure you let friends and family know which app or website you'll be posting the funeral on, and if you're streaming live, what time you'll be doing it, so they can tune in. Here's another trend we're seeing. With only the closest family members able to attend a burial or cremation, many families are deciding simply to postpone the full funeral service. They're saving the larger public memorial for later, at a date to be determined, when it's safer to gather in person. Right now, scientists say it's still too early to know whether the spread of coronavirus will subside like flu in the warmer months of the year. So it's okay to remain flexible about when to schedule a future service, based on how the coronavirus situation plays out in the months ahead. Hopefully, most of us know by now that the public health rule during this virus is, if you go out from your home, stay at least 6 feet apart from others to avoid people's coughs and sneezes. This is easier to do in larger outdoor spaces. So, if you're planning a burial, consider skipping the indoor visitation and just holding the service graveside. If anyone is present at burial or cremation who isn't part of the same immediate family, you can help reduce the spread of the virus if you remind everyone to express their love and sympathy without any physical touching. If you must attend a funeral in person, be aware that you may be asked to pay your respects quickly and then disperse. No one wants to be disrespectful of your grief, but funeral homes have an obligation to observe public health safety guidelines. No matter how you do it, experts on grief and mourning say that it's important for the surviving loved ones to hold some sort of grieving ritual, because it's harder to begin healing after a death if you don't come together to acknowledge the huge thing that happened. That's still true, even if it means coming together online or on your phone. Families need to feel supported. Crying, laughing, and sharing stories together helps us process the profound loss when a loved one dies. It's okay to do that over a remote connection if you have to. Any good funeral director will help you figure out how to facilitate the most meaningful memorial possible under difficult circumstances. Whatever you decide is the best option for your loved one's funeral, you'll want to make sure that anyone who needs that information can find it. The obituary is typically the official source of funeral details. It's also the written tribute to your loved one's unique life story. Publishing an obituary means anyone can link to it from any social media and can find it again later. Traditionally, families have made sure their hometown communities see the obituary by publishing it online permanently through their local newspaper. Or in some cases, they publish it temporarily at the funeral home website. If you're planning on offering remote access to the funeral, use the obituary to tell family and friends how to join in from wherever they are. Or, if you're postponing services until sometime in the future, you can say that in the obituary too. Legacy.com is the largest source of obituaries and funeral service information online. And right now, there's nothing we want more than to help make sure families and communities everywhere are still able to honor and pay tribute to their loved ones when the time comes. So, from me and from all of us at Legacy, be well and be safe.
Well, as you can see, it's very important what they are saying about these situations that are happening with the pandemic. Um, One thing that I would like to share with you is the information regarding to the measurement that we are uh, that we place on that put on place in place, and it's important. It is important because yes, not everybody that is dying within the ministry is dying because of the coronavirus or the COVID-19. But we are taking these measurements is because basically uh, we have to make sure that we can cover every single member that needs the service, that need the aid that we are offering. In order to do that, remember that we have to, number one, be very up to date with our contribution. We have to make sure uh, that the contribution that we made is by credit card or debit card. That's the best and faster way to do it. Uh, Remember that you should do your contribution accordingly to the amount of people that are in your group as a member, as a dependent members. The other thing that we have to have in consideration in order to avoid this kind of measurements is the fact that we understand that we have no control over the death. But even though we have no control over that, we can manage our lifestyle a lot better. So if we do that, obviously we will be more successful in keep ourselves living for a longer period of time. Besides that, we have to understand that God's will is always predominant in every single thing that we are facing or we can set. By saying this, I hope that everybody, like the video says, everybody be safe, healthy. We try to accomplish everything that we are offering to every member, every at least the family members of these diseases. And we are expecting next month to have a very good month, less people dying and more people getting into the ministry. Remember, the ministry philosophy, the ministry is a stand for um, support, empathy, and most of us to bring people to the to this what should I say here, to the feet of our Lord, be close to Him, and make sure that we understand that by the time that we have to go uh, to the rest and we are waiting for Jesus coming, we are doing that hopefully thinking and believing that God is coming soon to take us and live for the eternity, everlasting and everlasting. Well, my brothers and sisters, thank you again for being connected with us. I think that the only person that I have connected through um, is through YouTube. It was Iris Dougherty, and I hope that the other ones are connected through Facebook. I'm not available. I'm not able. I'm sorry, available. I'm not able to see who is connected uh, through Facebook, but I I wish that many of you are connected already. Okay, so I hope that you enjoy the rest of the preparation day and have a wonderful Sabbath as well. May God bless you all.
Early will I rise and worship you, giving you thanks for all that you do. My sacrifice of praise I offer you, and you bring to me that sweet melody. You are my song, you are my song, you are the reason I sing this song to you. You are my song, you are my song, you are the reason I sing to you.